Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So this is episode number 5 of the Battle of Kursk. And this will probably be the last update video because we are very close to having this done. This is everything I have off of AliExpress that I got in the mail today. These two T-34-76 tanks. These 20 soldiers. There's 19 on this plate, and then there's this 20th one which has a broken hand right now. So I gotta fix him with super glue or something. Probably super glue that little portion of the hand back on. Shouldn't be too bad. Got all these weapons here. The 10 of these DP-27 or 28s, I forget what you call them. They're really nice. I really like this because what's cool about this to me is this little pan on top of it actually spins. So there's actually a bit of playability to it, and if you're going and doing a stop motion with it, you can make the pan spin whichever way it is, which I believe is this way. I'm not sure which way it's really supposed to spin, but you know, it's super cool because that's the way that the ammo goes. You know, the pan would spin on top. So, and then I got a bunch of these like PPSHs, as you see here. These don't look too bad, although the minifigure holding them is slightly awkward. So the poses on them are going to be a little weird, but I mean, at least I'm not going to make anyone fire them right now, or at least I don't think I will. I got these PPS 42 or 43s. I'm not sure which one they are, but they're definitely not PPSHs. But they're probably like PPS 42, 43, something like that. Basically just not even wood stocks. They're just full-on sheet metal, essentially, is what they are. So this is kind of cool. This would be really nice. I got these with like these other PPSHs here and these DP-28s, which these are not going anywhere, and these Mosins. But let me zoom out. But I really like these. They're pretty cool. I actually tested to see if the minifigure holds them pretty well, and they do. These are pretty much the same style as these ones right there, as you can see, except these are just basically, as you can see, just full-on black. So, I mean, pretty much same style and everything. Just, you know, that pretty much. So, I mean, these PPSHs aren't too bad. They might not be bad to just hold on to, just have a little stock of PPSHs. And there's these DP-27, 28s, whatever you call it. Like I said, I can't really remember because there's so many little numbers that fly around. Like some games will call it a 27 or a 28, but in reality it's like a 28, stuff like that. So I don't know. This is my one gun that I don't really understand which one it actually is because there's so many freaking like confusing numbers with it. But yeah. This one I don't really like. These ones I'm probably going to get rid of. I have 6 of them, as you can see. And I have these like one-tone Mosins here. They're snipers, essentially, that are just full-on black. I don't like it, just because the minifigure holds it pretty loose, and it just, I don't know, it just looks oversized to me, compared to these Mosins here, which look so much better in their iron sights. Like you can see, they got like a little bit of a wood grain kind of like element to them, almost. Not really, but like in the stock, it kind of has that texture that makes me think of like a wood grain or something. It definitely looked pretty good though. I'm happy with it. But I think that's enough of these weapons. Like these here are probably gonna go. So just take them in a handful, you know. Those are probably going to go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Probably going to put them in a little baggie and say they're for sale or something at some point because I'm getting a little stash of stuff for sale. Might be what I do. But all this stuff, like these Mosins here, these PPSHs, these PPSs, and these PPSHs and these DPs, like 28s, 27s, whatever they're called, are nice. And then I got these soldiers in the mail today. 20 of them, like I said. Just that one broke, so 19 that are usable right now. Which I probably won't even need 19 anyways. Probably will only need like 15, maybe not even. But it's nice because they have, you know, obviously the front printing. If I go and get this guy, you can see if I can do his arm. Hang on. They're a little stiff right now. But if I get them to a side, you can see there's no side printing. That's fine, because they at least have the back printing. I could have sworn these are like medics, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense, because if they're a medic, why do they have ammo pouches? Wouldn't a medic not carry an ammo pouch? Because medics aren't supposed to be armed with anything, usually. I don't know. That's my one weird thing that I want to know. I'm going to set him there. It's actually pretty. I can put him better. There we go. But you can see the cool thing that I like about these, they all have the little, like, Soviet star on their helmet, if it can focus. You can kind of make it out. I don't think I can zoom it in much more to where it focuses better, but you can kind of see it. It's got the little hammer and sickle, so I think that's neat. And then I got these two T-34 tanks, which probably took me at least, I don't know, 6 to like 8 hours to build. Maybe 7 to 8, I don't know. I don't even know how long they took just for these two. I'm not the greatest at building these things. I didn't design them or anything. They were a whole kit that I got from AliExpress. Like, all this stuff here is from AliExpress. So, this one I actually made wrong. As you can see there, I put the wrong piece on these little... This little thing is why there's a gap, which it should look like this. Because I put that piece right there. That piece is supposed to not be there. That piece there, you can definitely tell it's supposed to be traded out for that. And if you can't figure it out, then you already saw that one. So you see how this top looks? See how this bottom looks? That's how that's supposed to look. So I did something wrong, and I don't know if I'm going to fix it, because I don't know how badly that is on the bottom. I don't want that whole thing to tear apart and have to build this thing again, so I might end up just leaving it. I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know. That gap there kind of looks weird, but like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, just to show you all the build for a quick second, I did do a bit on it since the last time. I added a ton more grass, a bit of rocks. I can't exactly remember everything. I think I did give them gevers. I did change around some stuff, I know that. So, you can definitely tell I did some stuff. You can tell I posed their arms. I literally just did this in the past hour or so to fit the guns into their hands, which I have not put them in their hands yet because I didn't want them to hold them yet. So, you can see here where I'm going to put the two T-34 tanks. Originally, I think I was going to do one like this, but I didn't do it because I kind of played around with it a bit after I got them built. And I kind of like this more because it makes it seem like he went down this way, this guy is coming down this way, and maybe I can have soldiers coming down from both this way behind the tanks and flooding this way, and maybe some flooding all around this area and flooding out towards this guy here who's ready with a Panzerfaust. So I think that could be a cool little thing. I don't know how well that'll work, but we'll see. I personally kind of like this Panzerfaust guy being here. But yeah. I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna put all this on the build, and I'll be right back here in a minute once all this is on the build. Alright, so I'm back and I got everything on the build. Should be around 20 or 21 Soviet soldiers on the build. Don't know how many Germans. Probably before I do the final episode where I talk about the Battle of Kursk and this mock that I made, I'll go and count that up and have a count of it. But as far as I know, if there's 20 or 21 Soviets and I don't know how many Germans, probably around 20. I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest. I think maybe around 15. I have no clue. I could not tell you how many there are because I'm not even sure myself. I'm going to be honest, there's just a lot on this build and that's all I know. But you can see over here, I did a ton of stuff here. I added a ton of soldiers. They are rushing around this tank and all that. All the way to over here. You can see there's a few dead ones, 3 right there dead. I don't know if I'm going to add blood pieces. I might mess around with that. So maybe in the finale you'll see if I do or not. But so far there's just these 3 dead. And then you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 right there. And then, you know, 3 dead, so 20. You can see I got a German there who is aiming a Panzerfaust at that tank there. So I wanted to at least make it make some sense. This guy's actually kind of useful and not standing there aiming at nothing pretty much. You can see there's this German here running with an MP40. A lot of this stuff, like here, I'm not really going to go over because I think I went over that in episode 4. But there's definitely some stuff I added. Like I think this guy here with a Kar 98 on the roof. I added that. I gave this guy literally this episode a PPSH. I had to figure out a cursed way to put it on there so he could actually hold it. But I figured it out. So I think that works, you know. He's an officer with a PPSH, German officer. It's just a captured weapon. Germans would actually go and capture those and they'll rechamber them in their ammunition. Russians would go and capture the MP40s and chamber it in their ammunition. It was kind of a thing that they did. You can see here, there were these 2. I think they had PPSHs and Mosins or something. I gave them both Mosins. He, I believe, has a scoped Mosin, and he has an iron sight Mosin that's 1 tone. That's fine. I'm not going to mess around with that because they're kind of at a part of the build you're not really going to look at. Just trying to think what I really did and all that. But you can see here, if I can get my phone to zoom in a bit, you can kind of see, I can't really get it all the way down, but you can kind of see there's that Soviet soldier walking in here, you know, to the building where that guy died. And he's getting shot at by this guy who I equipped with a Gewehr 43, but to represent the Gewehr 41, which there's another guy like that right there. I believe that's him. Yeah, that's him right there. So they have Gewehr 43s, but that's to represent the accurate, for that time period, Gewehr 41, which was the predecessor of the Gewehr 43. I'll talk more on that, you know, like in the full-on like finale and all that. This video is kind of getting long. I just wanted to kind of do a quick scan over and showcase what all I did. But you can see here, I did give this guy, he's a Mosin pouch guy. So, or not him, sorry. Where is he? Camera's being all blurry. This guy here, as you can see, he's got a DP-28 on his shoulder. He's, you know, carrying it. He's a Mosin pouch guy. I just got him carrying that just because, you know, I wanted at least to integrate 1 DP-28. And I wanted it to be like a column of troops flooding around the tank so that they can go into the fight around here and around here and around here. So I didn't want there to be an all-out battle yet going on right here. So I think I definitely did pretty good on this so far, considering that there's 1 German in the house with an MG42. So I think every weapon I put in this build is accurate. And I mean, this officer here, you can see he has a PPS 42 or 43, so I mean, that's pretty accurate. So, I mean, I think every weapon that I put in here is pretty accurate, as long as you don't think of that as a Gewehr 43, but rather a Gewehr 41. So, I mean, you know. And I mean, I gave a lot of these guys Mosins because that was the standard issue rifle of the Soviet Army, the Red Army at that time, just as the M1 Garand was the standard issue rifle of the Americans, which is why I gave it to a ton of them on my D-Day mock, which if you have not watched that, go back and watch it. But yeah, you can see just all I've done. Really, it's not even done yet, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have 1 Bricklink order coming in. That's my last order, and then I can round up all the prices that I paid for stuff and figure out how much this build actually cost me, because I'm counting that Panther tank over there, even though I didn't really buy that for this build. I kind of just bought that just for fun because it was like literally less than $8. Like it was $7.81. So that's not even that bad. But I still put it on there anyways because I was like, hey, you know, maybe I should just put it on there just because of the fact I feel like it'd be right. But like, you know. Also, I don't know if I showed this last video, but there is a whole box there of German hand grenades and stick grenades. I don't know the German pronunciation for it. I know how you kind of spell it, but I know I'm going to butcher it, so I am not going to say it. So, you can see that there. You can see I got that officer there with a Luger. It's kind of hard to see it because I got my lamp on, but like, literally, it's like night. It's like pretty late right now. I think it's like 9 or like 10 o'clock right now. So, I mean, it's not extremely late, but like, it's later than I usually like to do videos at, so that's why it's kind of dark. I usually try to do them in the daytime whenever it's not so dark. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of this build. Let me know if there's anything that I should change with this, which probably won't be. Like, I'm probably just going to add a couple green slopes somewhere. Maybe some, like, pink or purple flowers. Make that tank there and that tank over there look like they're firing at each other. I'm not sure yet. But, yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Give me some feedback down below in the comment section of videos you all would like to see. I'm hoping this build will be done this week at some point. I'm not sure when. It all depends on when my Bricklink order gets here. It's in a different state right now, so we'll see. And, yeah. See you all in the next video.